Hey, so welcome back to my Novelist Let's Play. This is Chapter 7, Full House.
Oh no.
Uh-oh, looks like we're gonna have company today. Alright, let's get all this stuff. That does sound cool. Fun little date night with the friends. Aw, that sounds like a fun trip for her mom. Oh, baby. Aw. Oh, look, he has a friend. How adorable. Dang it. Keyboard, don't slide like that, please. You're my friend. There's never anything in this bathroom. I don't know what I'm expecting, though.
Hey, hi, honey.
Oh no, that light's off again. There's a note in the bathroom. And a journal.
Good news! Mom called today with a change of plans. They made better time on the first leg of the trip than they expected, and they're coming to visit. Bad news, they want to come this weekend. Did Dan tell Tyner they could stay here for sure, or is that still up in the air? I'll ask after dinner. She sounded cheerful enough on the phone, though I can't help wondering if they took this trip because they hit another rough patch. Hope not. I hope they just want to see Tommy and have a classic Mears family feast, though maybe seeing how they've ended up will be good perspective for Dan and me. Speaking of which, Dad better not get nosy. I've told him 1,000,000 times that my marriage is not his business. Maybe I'll try the thing Christine told me. When someone asks you something private, just say, "Why do you ask?" Put it back on them and see if they've actually got a reason to get into your business. Yeah, I've got to remember to try that. We'll see how he answers that one.
Hey Mom, check out this one. Look.
Didn't want to bother you while you're working, but didn't want to forget again. Been meaning to ask, have you found any ponds on your hikes, creeks? No rush, just curious. Wonder who said that. Probably a daddy boy. No one?
I took Tynan up on the book jam. He hasn't seen a word of my new book, and fresh eyes are priceless. He bailed me out on Tramer's Way. I hope he understands how much of that book worked because of him. I still remember when we were walking to the pond, and he had the idea about using newspaper clips and police reports. Of course, no matter how many times I tell interviewers it was his idea, they just keep giving me the credit. Maybe they just want the tidy auteur version. Oh well, can't change that. Let's just hope he has an idea for this one too. Friday can't get here soon enough.
I think that paper's always the same.
Huh?
Close. God dang.
I broke again.
God, I love that. It's so funny. Alright.
I'm checking to see if this is a fold-out.
I thought Tommy was sleeping with us.
Dan and I had a great talk tonight after Tommy went to bed. I could tell it was hard for him, but he admitted that his drinking had gotten out of hand. I guess sometimes you just need to hear it from someone else. He even gave jogging a shot, and I think that might have been the biggest wake-up call. He couldn't even get through half a mile without being winded. He's sticking with it, though, and I'm glad we have our nights back again.
That's good. Alright, little boy. Mommy.
Let me call his mommy.
Can Davy sleep over?
Oh no, I'm gonna have to choose between Who gets to sleep over? What? There's that face. He's like a cat when they're scared. And there's whatever. Oh, I do it. Fine. Oh, we're already done with this memory. Okay, now I need to find Daddy Boy. Read her thoughts for a final clue.
I think
that
it
out
broke
later.
again.
What about Tommy?
You can sleep with us.
Yeah, sleeping with the parents so bad when
I
you're a
drink
kid.
on a weeknight in 2 weeks. Came up with a new slogan. Write sober, rewrite sober, rewrite sober. Hemingway it's not, but it's good to smooth things over with Linda and Tommy a bit. Gotta admit, I don't miss hangovers, but still, I do sometimes miss sitting down with a drink and a crazy idea.
Okay, she said something about a sweater. Yes, okay. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna ignore poor Tommy again. There they are. Let's go down. God, I hate that. I guess because I'm like in the middle floors, I can't go down. Alright. Pick up some beer. You're not supposed to drink. But... Uh-oh, what did he see? It's awkward.
Wanna look at this one?
Barb, sorry it's been so long since I've written. Things have been hectic around here, and I'm trying to figure out a way to get things back on track. I don't really want to get into it, but we're getting pulled in a lot of different directions right now. Nothing hurtful, just competing priorities, I guess. Although those can get worse and worse over time. I mean, Dan and I, before we got up here, you know we'd started to drift. Look at that. I said I didn't want to get into it, and I did anyway. Enough about me. Please tell me you're doing well, and I hope this doesn't stress you out too
Linda,
much.
you're supposed to be
I
happy.
promise
I'm
to
giving
write a
you the
happier letter
life
soon. Yours
of
always,
the game.
Linda.
Oh no, that light's off.
Oh.
Oh, 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 kid. Oh, oh.
Good. All right.
Bye.
Dan and I had a good conversation today. Well, we'll have to wait and see if it was actually good, but I feel like I got my point across about family time. We've been getting a little frayed on the little things lately, and it reminded me of something Anne said one time. Love is a behavior, not an emotion. If something's important to you, you show it with your actions. We weren't doing so well with that before we got here. I told Dan my idea. I want us all to eat together at 7 every night, with family time after that. Tommy's wiped out by 8:30, so we'd get a solid hour and a half as a family, and then Dan and I could have the rest of the night to ourselves. And I think 7's a reasonable request. The rest of the working world knocks off at 5, right? It doesn't really matter what we do with the time, just that we spend it together. It's easy to make excuses when you've got a lot going on, which is why patterns help. I hope he feels the same way.
I don't know why I keep checking that. I know it's gonna be the same.
Alan.
Wrong one.
This letter might come from out of the blue, but do you remember when you told me about Bobby falling behind on reading? Looks like we're there with Tommy. We knew he was struggling when we came up here, but his teacher gave us a list of books for him to work on over the break and said we should see how he responded to the change in environment. She gave us a few sample readings and told us to keep an eye on how he was grasping the concepts. Tommy still isn't there, and long story short, the pediatrician in town knows a specialist who gave us some exercises to try. They seem pretty straightforward, but I wanted to write and see if you had any tips that helped you guys with Bobby. Damn. Just realized I didn't even ask how you've been. Sorry. This stuff is just a lot to think about. Dan. Time. This would all be easier if I didn't ever have to sleep. Last night after Linda went to bed, I spent some time, there's that word again, trying to make everything fit. I even drew up a little chart. Math is simple. It doesn't work. Technically, I could still get in 8 hours, assuming I don't eat or need to do anything that's not writing. But what about letters, reading, dealing with Paul? Hell, what about doing the dishes or taking out the trash? Not to mention that knocking off for the day isn't like flipping off a switch. It takes time to crawl out of my head and start functioning like a normal person again. And I can't just split it up into smaller chunks. Sometimes it takes an hour of false starts just to get going on anything usable. And stopping just sends the whole process right back to square one. Something's got to give.
He is not happy. There's a suitcase here. Oh, there we go. Oh, I shouldn't have laughed of his work. He doesn't like books anymore. Okay.
I'm sorry. I shouldn't have snapped. I just... Whoa. Ty and Kelly just pulled out of the driveway. Still glad they came, but I know it wasn't exactly what they had planned. I think they were a little surprised and bummed out not to be the only guests, and it definitely cut into our writing time. Oh well. We did get one afternoon to fish, but we didn't do much more than talk about our books. We didn't even get a chance to sit down and read each other's pages. Still better than nothing, I guess.
It sucks. Oh, I thought she was doing a Homer Simpson on him right there.
Will it make me smarter?
Honey, listen to me. You are smart. We barely talked yesterday.
Wow, you're right. I guess we've just been so busy.
It was good seeing Mom and Dad, but it wasn't worth the look on Tommy's face when Dan told him Davy couldn't come over. I was completely clear with Dan how important it is to give Tommy happy, positive experiences with his friends. And I know Mom understands that too. She would never have agreed to come if she'd known it would hurt Tommy. Or Thomas, as she insists on calling him. But it's not like I could tell her the whole story. There's no need to put that on them. They just wanted to visit their daughter and grandson. I don't get why he has such a hard time understanding plain English sometimes. Doesn't he make a living with words?
I don't like you
I
anymore.
can't watch him keep letting Tommy down this way.
You're a butthead. Alright.
Did it break?
Hey, Pumpkin.
Hey, Mommy.
He wants to use the table. She wants to use this table? Come on. Okay. Come on, Dan. Come on, Dan. Get your book together. I always forget I have to go tell him. I always take my hands off the mouse and keyboard. Oh boy, let's see if she's gonna get mad. Oh no, come on, boy. Disappointed with you, Linda. I believe this is the last chapter, because it's been 3 chapters per month, and this should be the last month.
How did we get here? I love you, but
I tried to
I
make
just don't
Linda's
know how you
life
could
so
treat Tommy like
great
this.
and happy, but
He's our
I ignored
son.
the son completely.
I'm so confused right now. Please call me so we can talk it over. You can't just stay up there working on your book like nothing happened. Don't put your novel ahead of your family. Maybe we can still make this work. Yours.
Oh, Linda, shut up. I'm not happy with you. Oh, what's this? Oh, that was a lamp. Oh my gosh. Hopefully he's just gonna sleep here the whole chapter. Let's see her painting finished. It's interesting. Looks like hands coming out of the water or something. Wait. No, I wasn't done. Oh my gosh. Aw. Dang, I really liked the credits of this game. He made everything so personalized to everyone. And Kent, he's the creator. He said for commercial use, free for commercial use. He said the music and the sounds are royalty free, so it's really good for someone who's let's playing the game and who monetizes. But so far, I don't monetize. I haven't done that. But that's really good for people who do. So yeah, thank you, Kent, for making this game. I just want to say thank you for watching. Please leave a like, a comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in another video.